You know what else I learned yesterday? And I might be behind on this one.
What?
Baseball cards. I collected them growing up. Jimmy,
Me too, Gregory.
You did, right?
I loved them.
Need them, got them, need them.
One of my favorite player of all time was here yesterday. I was fucking very upset.
Did you hear what Major League Baseball did to the baseball companies? Baseball card companies? These
Tops?
Like this company needs more money. You know, they only licensed one company to make Major League Baseball cards.
Clear?
Well, I don't know which company, to be honest.
Tops or Don Russ or
Upper Deck. I'm not sure which one got the
Upper Decker.
I'm not sure which one got the contract. Here is the weird thing. The rest of the companies still made baseball cards, but Major League Baseball made them blur out the logos on every fucking card.
No way.
Remember when we were growing up, you could buy different companies, and it was,
It was only Tops.
Huh?
When I was growing up, if you didn't have Tops baseball cards, they
went
weren't
from
fucking baseball
They went
cards.
from Tops, and then it just got out of control. And
then it got out of hand.
Then there were like
always
5,
Topps.
6 companies at least. Well, now there's only one company officially allowed to make the baseball cards using the Major League Baseball logos. I did not know that.
Wow, that is something.
Do we have a picture of a baseball card where they have to blur out everything? I mean, they have to blur out all the logos. The logos on the baseball player, the logos in the stadium, everything. It's almost a waste of time. So these companies are basically going bankrupt because they, who wants to buy baseball cards that don't have the logo of the baseball players?
I wonder if they did that because baseball cards became such an immediate big business. Like, they would have the special series, and every year they would sell like $50 base. It became like this they were just gutting people for money.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that unbelievable? I didn't know that. I read that over the weekend. It's like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, I haven't bought baseball cards,
Get
obviously.
your Mark McGwire rookie card when he played with them.
Right.
I don't even know what teams they're on. Don't know what teams they're on. Here's the Upper Decker, Derek Jeter with the Newton.
Yeah, because if you say the team, you're gonna get
in trouble. I'm gonna get sued and screwed here, people. Sued and screwed. Sued and screwed.
Unbelievable, right? That's sad.
Yeah, the deal hasn't started yet. It starts next year. So
next year.
Get
him while you can, people. Get him while you can.
Next year, there'll be one company making baseball cards.
Upper Deck says they're still going to make cards, even though they can't use the team names because they still have the.
Wait, they can't use the team names or logos.
No, they can't use the team names or logos. They can use since there's a players' union. They have a deal with the players' union.
They can't use the fucking name of the
No, that's
team.
what I'm getting at. This is what I read over the weekend. I thought it started already, but it starts next year. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Some weird shit is going on in America where it's supposedly a free market society.
Wow. Boy, that's something. They must have paid a hefty licensing fee.
So
then.
how are they going to make the baseball cards? Because I bet you Major League Baseball will get to the point where they go, look, that looks like a Yankee uniform, so we don't even want that on your baseball card. You know?
I like that in the commercials when they're doing a commercial that didn't want to pay the rights, so it's just like a Yankee in some pinstripes, and there's no logo or anything.
Right.
Just has like
just a blue hat.
Says baseball on it.
Yeah. Team.
It looks so bad.
It's like in the old days when they wouldn't use real sports names, like the North Dallas 40, when they wouldn't use Dallas Cowboys or the Dallas Stars, whatever they called them, the Dallas Cornhurners. What?
So if they can't use the team names, how are they going to get baseball cards done?
By blurring it out, I guess.
What? Sam's got a picture of just a guy out of his uniform. You're going to collect baseball players out of their uniforms?
Exactly. Fucking just photos of people.
Yeah, now you're buying photos of people. That's it.
How much money does a company need? After a while, it gets you got to go relax.
Yeah.
After a while, you really just got to say relax.
They do the profile, so you can't see the logo on the head.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Major League Baseball will see this and go, nope, that looks like a Major League Baseball uniform.
They're gonna take shots of them that are that completely obscure
the
their
logos
logo
and stuff.
That's great.
How do you do them by team? If you can't do them by team,
it's unbelievable.
What the fuck?
That shit just drives me
nuts. What about
nuts.
the stats on the back? Can you put like he's with the Yankees or with the fucking Red Sox or something?
You could probably do that.
You probably do it like this: New York, Minnesota. You probably do American League, New York.
As a consumer, you should have some good choices, and if you want baseball cards, you should be able to choose from some solid, companies that are making the cards.
Well, the same thing goes for video games. That baseball and football have exclusive deals with video game companies. So the only NFL licensed video game is Madden.
Right.
So all the other video game companies can't put out an NFL licensed game.
Yeah.
They could put them out, but they would put them out with teams.
Well, yeah,
that
they'll
no
put out
one
like
knows
blitz,
and,
with like just these random players that
yes,
don't mean anything.
Stupid names and stupid teams.
I'm obsessed with Tiger Woods, 10, and they have a lot of the golf courses there.
Yeah.
That the players actually play on, but they don't have Augusta, where they play the Masters every year, because they couldn't get,
Couldn't get the rights?
I guess Augusta didn't sign off on it, and supposedly they'll never sign off on it, so you'll never see Augusta in a Tiger Woods game. So bizarre. How do you control that?
Oh my goodness gracious!
Right.
Do you know, I've only once in my life did I collect the whole series of baseball cards.
Weird.
I've bought a couple years after, but I went through it when 1979 Topps. It's actually worth a few $100. But there was one card I couldn't get, Alan Bannister from the White Sox, and I finally traded my friend Neil Grant.
Neil Grant had it?
My friend Neil Grant had it. He brought it in tinfoil. I could not get fucking Alan Bannister. I bought hundreds of packs. That was fun when you were a kid.
Roger Clemens is in the box. And now Roger Clemens is officially a hero.
I used to cry to my mommy because I would lose all my cards flipping them.
Yeah,
Sweetie.
flip them.
You ever flip?
How would you flip? Would you flip for
Colors.
Colors?
Yeah.
Flipping for teams was really fucked up because the stack got huge. You flip for colors, maybe 5, 8 cards would go by, and then the guy would top you with the color, and then he'd take the cards. Flip for teams, now you're talking.
Well, this is going back about 10 years now, so my memory's a little fuzzy.
10 years,
yeah,
huh?
Yeah,
Whoa,
a little fuzzy.
wow. And then
I think we did teams. I think we did colors. Just to make it interesting, we came up with all sorts of ways to flip. And I remember the pile, like you just said, got ridiculous, and I lost everything.
Were you shake? It was like gambling as a kid.
Yeah, because
you'd be shaking, putting that next card out, going,
because we also, because some of the kids would bring their shitty cards. So you would look at their cards to make sure they had, some solid cards in there, or you wouldn't flip at the person.
It's like, let me see what you got. So the guy would get a reputation for flipping with shit.
Right. So,
remember that?
Yeah, but it was like real life gambling, man. You got a Willie Mays card somewhere in there. You're like, fuck, I might lose my fucking Willie Mays card today.
Flipping for colors was like, the $5 table.
Right.
Playing at the $5
table. Yeah, because, all right,
table.
there's 3, 4 cards.
Yeah.
All right, I scooped
Flipping
that up.
for teams, though, was like you're in the high stakes fucking thing, and it would stack up. Yeah. Stack up, and you'd be like, okay, I got all my fucking cards.
But how do you flip for teams?
I'm 12 years old, panicking.
You'd have to match the team, like you're going bum, bum,
one after another,
one
and
after
then
the other.
a twin card comes up, and all of a sudden you flip yours, and it's a twin card, and you get
the stack.
You get the stack that has built up.
But wait, how do you
colors? It was just like red, green, blue, green. Oh, now you take.
Oh, whoever throws a color down, the next guy I see. Okay.
Whoever tops whatever the last guy just put down.
It was unbelievable.
My Alan Bannister card today is worth $25. How much is the 1979? I don't have it mint, but how much is it worth in mint? The 1979 Topps collection.
Mint 10 condition. He played with the white.
I'm going to guess $550 or $600.
I don't like greed, man. It gets ridiculous after
Greed
a while.
is good. Yeah. Greed is good.
I understand a company has to make money, but then it gets to a point where it's all just greed.
Well, for all these years, they've
nuts.
allowed it with the other companies. I wonder if they were just like, these guys are not...
My argument to that whole thing, Jimmy, is that it's marketing the sport itself. Like when every year when the Super Bowl comes around and they insist that radio shows and TV shows, no one's allowed to say Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That drives me nuts because
the big game is fun to say,
but you're promoting the game, and a lot of people would say, well, it doesn't need promotion. But guess what? All the years where radio and TV and whatnot was saying Super Bowl was promoting this thing to what it has become today.
Yep.
And to make everyone say the big game instead of the Super Bowl drives me nuts.
Well, I'll tell you why it does help to promote it, because it gets like a fever pitch built around it. Because if no radio shows and no one's talking about the Super Bowl, who gives a fuck? You're not even thinking about it. But if everyone's leading up to it, they should be able to say Super Bowl. And whoever he is says it's being sold for $235. Is that in mint condition?
The Alan Bannister card?
Mint 10 condition.
It was more than that.
Of who? Of who?
The whole
1979 Topps.
You
No,
dummies.
you're wrong.
I was working off Anthony's fucking voice right there.
Oh, we didn't know.
Jim Mint 10 for the entire set. Look, I'm going to open it up. It's amazing who we got in here.
What do we got?
From the... My God, look, I see young Joe Torre wearing a cap. And by the way, how many people have an attic full of worthless Beanie Babies? I'm responsible for that one. Beanie Babies, these are going to be valuable. How many people went into that?
Did you ever play darky?
What?
When we used to flip cards, we would play darky.
You would you?
Yeah.
You flipped like that?
Yeah. Well, you would just use your black baseball players.
Jesus,
the piles wouldn't pile up
because out of your mind.
It was 1-on-1 always, so it was called darky. And you mixed up your
racist school were you going to?
And then you flip, and then you decide which card had the darker player.
Oh no!
Only fucking Harborfields.
Look, it was
you stuck up white trash.
Look, you were like me. You go play cards with your friends, right? And after a while, just playing the basic games were boring. So you came up with all these crazy fucking new card games.
I just flipped.
We did the same thing with flipping cards,
flipping color, flipping teams, and then flipping players was also pretty difficult.
What's flipping players?
You had to match the player.
What? I don't remember.
The odds of that happening were astronomical. You'd go through hundreds of cards.
No, that's just ridiculous.
And then it was like, if nothing happened, you'd have to split them back up again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I remember this, flip for 5, and then you'd start with 5 cards, and you just flip for 5. And if no one won, you'd split them up, and then flip again.
Mm-hmm.
Flip for 5 until somebody won. Or flip for 10, I'll flip you for 10, and then you take 10 cards, same thing.
Right.
And I always walked away with no cards. I lost flipping constantly.
Oh, honey.
I stunk.
I've known you for a long time. I didn't know you collected baseball cards.
Oh, I didn't collect them. I lost them to fucking bullies.
We used to steal them from the stationery. We did everything we could to get our cards.
And they had a stack of like last year's cards, and you chuck them up. I'm going to chuck up the cards. And people would freak out because they'd think you're throwing. I don't know why, because every year it was the same thing. Mm-hmm. You throw up your last year's cards because once the new year came out,
didn't matter.
Last year's cards were worthless.
Yeah, it was
worthless.
That's why they're worth so much money today.
Yes.
As Jim states the obvious.
Well, brother,
I would cry then sometimes, just Mike. I would cry because I lost my baseball cards, and I come home like.
Brother Elmo has entire years in mint condition.
Really?
Still in the box, that whole thing.
Yeah.
Still wrapped with the gum. Yeah.
Oh,
He's a collector?
Good gum.
Yeah, he collected for a long, long time.
Tell him to give them to me.
I don't know what's going on with the cards these days.
It'd be worth nothing, I bet.
Dude, they would send out cards in the same year. Like, I think Upper Deck was doing this, and Don Rush, like $40, like, shiny cards. In the 80s, I think they were doing that in the 90s. Because I had sold a lot of my baseball cards to drink. And my drink stuff, yeah. I sold a lot of my collectibles to drink.
Oh, God.
Yeah, especially my kids stuff.
Let's say hi to this guy. Knows more on the blacked out baseball cards.
Moron.
Jason in Ohio. Jason,
pleasure for me to be on today.
Hey, thank you, sir.
Hello.
Yeah,
yes, you're on the air.
Hey guys, what happened was Topps brokered this deal because you guys were about the same age. Collecting was just growing up. It was just Topps, and then it became Fleer, and then Donruss. And then what happened was they overproduced the shit out of cards, and it pushed a lot of people away.
Yep.
And Topps was trying to do this deal to get people back into collecting, and basically, so they did this in the 50s with their competition too. And then what the cards are going to look like from Upper Deck, they haven't said what they were, but when this happened before with hockey, when they had the lockout in the 90s, it basically is going to be the player's name, and he'll say, like, if it's a Yankee, he'll just say New York right fielder. And happened with Barry Bonds with like fantasy sports, where it would say San Francisco right fielder because he wouldn't release his rights to his name to Major League Baseball. He had a separate deal.
I hate baseball players.
They're fucking
more and more every
cunts.
fucking day.
Dude, they're such
I
cunts.
fucking hate them. So now individually they have to sign off on their rights?
Well, that's what basically Topps did is say we're the premier company, forever, and we want the chance to bring the hobby back, and they're trying to get people connected back to the sport through the memorabilia business again.
Sure. I get mad because I know it helps the company. Let's just call it the company because it happens in all walks of life. Wow, that's not Barry Bonds, Anthony.
Look like Barry Bonds.
That guy's too bulky from when Barry was younger.
And the other thing that they'll probably look like is when they had the lockout with hockey and it was at 93 or 94, they weren't making actual cards. They had the players in the NHLPA jerseys.
Right.
So it could be like that. Well, the Upper Deck will have MLBPA players uniforms on.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
You're
Jason.
welcome, guys. Take care.
All right.
Scandal in the baseball card
Anthony,
business.
people confused. They think somebody fucked up my Willie Mays card. The famous story. Because I cried a lot over my baseball cards growing up. And I brought because the person is confused. I brought a Don Larson. Look this one up, Sam.
Oh.
The year after he pitched the perfect game, I brought that baseball card into show and tell.
Oh, I remember this.
And this-
oh, no, tragic.
And this angry kid, I couldn't have been more than, I had to be in grammar school, man. I think I was 10 or 11. And the kid, I was all proud because I had one of the coolest things at that show and tell that day. And this kid, he already had long hair and he was miserable at 10.
Had a beard.
Yeah, he's 10 or 11 and he's already miserable. I'm like, how are you miserable at 11? And he reaches over, grabs my card, and not in pencil, takes a pen and just across my whole Don Larson's card in front of everybody. And man, did I cry like a little fucking bitch.
Was everyone laughing at you?
They were
all laugh at you.
I think they were sad for me because
Why
they knew
would
how
you do
much.
that?
Huh?
What a dick.
He was just a
Because
fucking
he's one of
angry
those
little fuck.
dickheads.
I would love to know what happened to this kid. I guaranteed
He's probably
he's
in
in
prison.
He
prison.
killed Don Larson.
Right.
Don Larson was fingering his hind. He couldn't take it anymore. Every time he saw Don Larson, he went
He just
batshit.
lost his mind.
Yeah, that guy.
Stabbed with a pen like fucking Pesci.
He pitched a perfect game. You think I ran out of steam.
Is that the one?
Yeah, it's a year after.
Wow, you had that card and he fucking drew on it?
Wait, it might be the one.
What a cock.
I always thought it was the
guarantee it's
year
not
after.
worth
It's done. Wait, do the other card. Go back into the image section.
Uh-oh.
I think it might be the other one that you showed.
Did you have a lame fucking Don Larson
I
card?
guarantee it's worth less than fucking
I think it
$100
might be
bucks.
that one.
Gotta be.
It's probably some like player that sounded like him. It's Sonny Larson or some other player.
There's Don Larson, all right.
Don Larson. Yeah, so it's like 40, 50 bucks. That's it.
$50.
You know what?
Worthless card.
Righteous.
But you know what, Ant?
Yeah.
A fine listener felt sorry for me, and I don't even know his name. It just showed up one day in the mail.
Yeah.
A brand new fucking Don Larson card.
Maybe it was the guy.
Can you imagine if it was the guy?
He felt so guilty all these years.
Finally went to a 12-step program.
Figured out it was you on the radio and was like, that's the guy, the Don Larson card guy. I'll
I
make this up to
cried
him.
like a motherfucking bitch that day. It was bad. I couldn't even get through the school day.
Nothing
I had
worse.
to go home. I think my mommy had to pick me
Oh,
up.
yeah. Nothing worse than crying at school.
With my card all just ruined by this asshole. Right.
Mommy, it's okay. We'll get another. No, it's impossible to get another.
Look, it's funny now, but when you're 11 or 12, that was my whole world, was that dumb card. What else did I have?
Yeah, it was like currency.
Right.
Baseball cards were your currency in school.
We all had shit we bragged about. That was my thing.
Wait, it was
That's
for
all
show
I
and
had.
tell?
Yeah, I brought it for show and tell.
So you brought what'd you carry it into school in?
I don't remember anymore, Jimmy.
Probably tin foil or something?
I probably
plastic bag.
Probably a plastic bag.
Ziploc.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I
what-
didn't like go crazy like trying to protect these cards, but I
Yeah.
carefully, had them
Did
in
you
a way
explain
that
the pen marks when you showed it? And these were just added by the gentleman here with the molesting parents.
He did it after I showed the card, and then now we're eating fucking milk and cookies or something.
Why did you have your card put away by that point?
Because people wanted to check it out. They thought it was fucking cool.
I would have told them to leave their filthy hands off it.
What did the teacher do?
I don't remember, Andy.
Probably
Laughed.
nothing.
My
right?
memory sucks because I was
probably
mentally
don't
abused by
worry about
my
it.
mom for many decades, so I tend to forget a lot of stuff.
Did you block things out?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think so?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Really
So-
creepy stuff?
Nah, not really.
Just abuse?
a lot of yelling. Where do you think I get my yelling
Any
from?
hitting?
Nah, not really. Nah. Wouldn't spoon every once in a while,
Oh, God, I was just weeping in school.
You were a weeper, too.
Weeping, just crying all the time. What a cry baby.
Yeah.
Baby, stick my head in gravy. Yuck. I just was. God, what was wrong with me?
You're
I
sensitive.
thought no, you know what it was? I thought I would get sympathy. It was as a crying little student that Sam just put up. I thought I would get sympathy if I cried in school.
Yeah.
It was more like obviously I wasn't always that upset. Sam is now just putting crying children up on the screen.
Go to www.
Yeah, so I thought if I was crying, I'd get more attention, and
You're right.
people would feel sorry for me, like the teacher
What a fag.
and girls. That wasn't a way to get girls, by the way. It was crying.
No.
No.
It's the way to not get
The
them.
tough guys always got them.
Of course.
The guys that made me cry were the ones.
You had your fucking Kleenex rolled up in your sleeve like a tough guy.
Yeah, hold on. Just weeping.
Fucking
Crying over the dumbest shit. That time I brought in those stupid fucking cookies for Ethnic Food Day.
And what'd they call them?
Balls of shit. They were like these little chocolate balls, chocolate salty balls, and my mother bought them because it was like you had to bring in from your background a type of food. So I brought those in, and no one ate them because they said they looked like shit balls. And I just started crying because I felt I felt embarrassed, and then I felt bad for my mother because she bought them thinking it was a good thing and everything, and then I had to go home and tell her that she bought shit balls.
Do they all laugh at you?
Yeah.
Your little shitball cookies?
They laugh, and we're pointing at it and goes, it looks like duty. No one ate my shit balls. So I cried. What an asshole.
Why were we all emotional wrecks at 11, 12?
Just a disasters.
I don't think we're... I think most people listening to us were emotional wrecks at 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it was.
What the fuck was wrong with us? Because all those hormones, we're trying to figure out what the fuck...
Crying.
Just raging in your body. You ever cry in school, Jimmy?
I'm sure I did. Yeah, I'm sure I did.
From rejection.
Yeah.
Some type of
I was a
rejection.
very emotional boy.
Let me
I had
say,
many emotions.
Then when I broke my arm, I got so much attention from having a cast on.
I can't even look at you when you tell this one.
It was great, yeah. So when the cast came off, I tried to break my arm again on the water fountain. I just like hit my arm on the water fountain trying to break, so I would get another cast, and people would pay attention to me because I had a cast on.
Was it a sincere, like really hard bashing, or no? Was it a very lame?
Commit.
Of course you could.
I couldn't commit to the break. Yeah.
No, it's hard because you want to commit, but at the last second, your body kind of says no.
I couldn't do it.
And slows down the impact.
Jerk.
And then it hurt, so I started crying.
Of course you did. Fucking asshole.
I love it.
I bet you weren't kidnapped by some molester in Utah.
Oh, he'd have dumped me off.
Sure he would have.
Shut up, kid. I'd had my throat slit before I was sexually assaulted just to shut me the fuck up.
God, and you just brought up a memory that I forgot about. I punched a brick wall because my hand was healing, and I was getting so much attention, too. And so my hand was healing, and I wasn't ready to let go of the attention.
See?
So I started punching the wall with my hand that was like 75% healed because I wanted to continue being in the cast.
This craving attention bullshit. That's why we ended up here.
Dude, I totally forgot about that until you just said it. I did the exact same thing.
That's why we're fucking here in front of microphones at this. It's not coincidental that we're doing this and we're all fucked up as kids trying to get attention. It makes perfect sense now.
I was down to an ace bandage, and I had a couple more doctor visits left.
Yeah.
So I started punching a brick wall. I like Jimmy said, this is something I blocked out until you just mentioned that story.
Yep.
And then I started punching the brick wall, but like at the last second, you can't commit.
You just can't commit.
So you're hitting, but not as hard that you need to.
That's a little bit of sanity showing its way through. That you just at the last minute, your survival instinct kicks in and says you can't do that.
I was getting attention from girls. They were paying attention to me a little more.
Girls were like
they asked a lot of questions,
cast,
right? All that
they'd
shit.
Sign the cast. Oh, get better, and I'd be like, look at their names and go, oh, look. And then they cut the cast off, and I'm like, no, I'm just a kid with one atrophied, hairy arm.
Would you come on their names?
No, this was before Cumsies.
Yeah, I didn't either.
This is like when I was 9 or 10, something like that.
Yeah, you tried to break your arm again?
9. Yeah, I tried to break it. They took the cast off, and for like one day, it was kind of like, oh, you got your cast off. And I was like, yeah, oh, look at my arm. It looks all funny and everything like that.
Then nobody cared?
And then no one gave a shit. So I'm like, I went up to the water fountain, and I hit it, and it hurt. So I thought maybe it was broken. Funny. So I had to go home then and tell my mommy. I went, I ran around the corner in school and I hit my arm on the water fountain and I think I broke it again. And she's like, no, you didn't break it.
Tell you hit it on the whites only sign? Fucking creep.
So the thing is, I kept nagging her about this fucking broken arm thing.
Ew, you kept pushing it?
I kept pushing like, I think I broke it. Can you take me to the doctor?
What a dick.
So she actually went, all right, she took me to the doctor and they went to take x-rays and I'm like, there's going to be no break here. So I actually, on the bottom of my arm, I drew in pen 2 lines, hoping that when it was on the x-ray machine, it would show up as like through the x-ray as breaks in the 2 bones, the ulna and the radius.
You tried drawing breaks on the outside? You tried fooling the medical community with a pen?
The doctor with a pen mark on my bottom of my arm as I placed it on the fucking x-ray machine.
You're psychotic.
Just so they might see it and go, wow, yeah, look at that, it's broken.
She should have taken you to the gyno. Fucking creep.
Check out my vag.
Yuck. Your son's arm is fine. His pussy's got a problem.
That's great.
Creep. Watch your arms, stupid. Yeah, exactly. You got pen marks
exactly.
on there.
You should have his fucking tear ducts sewn up. Obviously overused.
Fucking A, I love that story.
Oh, it was
Hold
terrible.
on, let me go to the phone. I don't want to lose Chris in Jersey. Chris, how are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
I just wanted to tell you that when I was a little kid in elementary school, we had something called International Day, and we had to come in and represent our culture, our heritage, and so I'm partly German, so I had to. My mom made me dress up in lederhosen. I had to go and food from like Germany and stuff like that. It was really embarrassing.
Yeah, you can't make your kid dress up
Oh, no.
like that.
I know. Anthony's got a vagina. I know. Seems like he broke his hymen on the water fountain. I know. Came around the corner, broke his hymen. I know. What an asshole I was.
That pen thing, I never heard that before.
Oh, yeah. I drew the cracks in my arm. Yeah.
That's terrific.
I think I actually drew them a little crackly, too, like a cartoon, like an arm would never break.
And so what they would do is they would take it off, and then they would just put a cast on without any further inspection.
Yes, exactly.
And not look at the bottom.
And I'd be all happy that I'd go back to school the next day with a cast on and go, what happened, Anthony? Why do you have another cast? Well, I hit it on the water fountain. Please give me attention.
I would hope that somebody would go, I saw you swinging it at the water fountain and take your pen out.
Yeah, well, I was angry.
That's too good, man.
Yeah, it was really bad. Everybody liked the way they all commented on the way I swam with a cast because I was able to swim with the one arm up and it looked like a periscope. And they were like, oh, look, Anthony's swimming with the cast on. I'm like, yes, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. What a douche I was.
Now you do the same thing, only it's in a fucking Guinness keg.
Just swimming in a Guinness keg.
Exactly.
Look at me.
Holding your glass up.
Fucking look at me, you cocksucker.
Jimmy, are you saying it's not hard to figure us out?
No.
Oh, we are easy.
Fucking twisted little zilches.
Oh, we easy.
That's hilarious. I like the fact that the compliments, like if someone says that was good. Oh, look, you swam with your arm up. It was like you'd probably try to swim.
Oh, yeah,
It's like when somebody thinks something you say is funny, you keep trying to say it, they're like, you don't get it.
Exactly.
It's over.
I was just, I was that guy.
We did the fucking same thing.
I craved attention.
I forgot all about that.
Oh, did I crave the attention?
Let's say hi to Matt in West Virginia.
Is that the Dawson crying? What's the Dawson crying for, dude?
Hey, Matt, what do you got?
Basically, you guys are bringing up an old story I've been trying to repress, but with no luck. In first grade, we were going to go on a field trip, so the teacher sent all of us to the bathroom in our shitty little school, and we had 3 urinals for the boys. And lucky me was the first one, and the guy behind me decided to try and piss between my legs. I was at the urinal, pissed all over me, and on our field trip, I had to wear the teacher's retard blue sweatpants with my polo shirt tucked in.
And what happened to the guy that pissed on you?
Oh, he just pretty much laughed.
He's on a radio show now with Opie and Anthony.
Now that I think about it.
Very
Watch
good.
it out.
Thank you, Matt. Let's say hi to Victor in Baltimore. Victor.
Hey, good morning.
Hey,
Tell that
Victor.
last caller I said I'm sorry.
What's that?
I said, tell that last caller I said I'm sorry. I tried to go over his shoulder, but it went between his legs.
Look at that. Connecting the last caller. I like that. I like that new
Always
bit.
good.
I like that.
Hey,
Were you the guy that peed on his pants?
No, I peed.
Got it.
I'll go further. Hey, listen, when I was a kid in school, one of the things I tried to do is I wanted to get out of school, so I went to the nurse, and I took a thermometer, told her I had a fever. She gave me a thermometer, and I rubbed it on my corduroy pants a little too long. It said like 109.
At 109 fever, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, stupid 6-year-old. What are you going to do? Anyway, what I wanted to say is Aunt's mom probably got charged with child abuse and Munchausen syndrome. You going to the doctor so much.
All the time, yeah. What's your problem? They didn't have that shit back then. It was just called a dumb kid that craved attention. I had my tummy aches, too. My stomach hurts. Anytime there was a problem, my stomach hurts. The car won't start. We're stuck in the, on the side of the road. The car broke down. My stomach hurts. My father would turn around and go, "Stomach doesn't hurt. Shut up. The car's broken. Bro, shut him the fuck up."
He was an angry man.
Oh, of course he was.
He's right. How do you not?
I was married to my mother. She was a bitch on wheels back then.
I can't
about
imagine Ro being a bitch.
Oh, my God. She'd wake up on Sunday morning, and we would, it was terror.
Chore time, right?
Dude, no, not just chore time.
We had chore time.
It was
Fuck,
terror.
leave me alone. I'm tired.
Me, Dawn, and Joseph, terrified of Sunday morning. Like, you'd wake up and go, "Oh, my God, when's it come? Get the fuck out here! Vacuum dust! This place looks like a bomb hit it!"
That's what I'm saying. Chore time.
But it was like, move it, get your fucking, look at it, vacuum the floor. Don't just push the dirt around, sweep. She lost her fucking mind on Sundays.
My parents didn't understand that. Look, we need a weekend too. Sorry, we're 12, but look, we're working hard in school and we want to relax on Saturday and Sunday. We'd wake up and all of a sudden the chores would be handed out.
It wasn't so much doing the chores; it was the way she did it. She was fucking rabid, insane, crazy yelling that we had to clean up like fucking mommy dearest crazy.
You know what?
Then the phone would ring. And she'd be like, can't clean up. Jesus Christ, get this fucking... Hey, how the hell are you? Hey, good, no, great. And then you'd hear Happy Mom and be like, oh, my God, how did she just change like that? Mm-hmm. But she was, like, crazy. She'd bite her hand. She'd get mad and go, bite her own fucking hand. What are you... Like, crazed.
Like, what the fuck?
Insane.
What? I used to go, what? Then why the fuck did you have us?
I'd be cowering with a rag in one hand and lemon pledge in the other, looking over my shoulder like, just crying and rubbing wood.
And you didn't even do anything.
No, what can I do?
Just because you're having problems, don't take it out on us.
Because you're in a world of shit. Doesn't mean,
Go back in the bedroom and figure out your problems with Daddy and leave me the fuck alone.
Oh.
Jesus H. Christ. The phone's just horrific. Dude, that fucking broken arm thing, which reminded me of mine, and others have very similar stories. Let's go to Scott in New Hampshire. Scott.
Yeah, hi. My father was in the Air Force. I was always going to different schools all the time and made fun of because I was fat and stuff. So I used to go in the bathroom at night before my first day, and I just start smashing myself in the face until I get a black eye. And, tell them I got in a fight or I was tough or whatever. And my parents were so oblivious, they wouldn't even notice in the morning that I had this huge shiner.
So you used to try to give yourself black eyes for attention.
Well, that and I was afraid to get beat up. So I figured I'd look tough with my black eye,
Yeah, trying to look tough.
Look, man, when you're 12, it was a scary world out there.
Oh, yeah.
You got to protect yourself.
All right, thank you.
All right, and look at this guy, Dennis in Yonkers. Dennis.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hey,
came from a big family, and when I was a kid, we didn't have the most money, so we had a wood-burning stove, and we were put in charge of keeping it lit and keeping the house warm. So everybody was out, and I thought it would be a good idea for some attention to pin my arm against the hot cast iron as long as I could in order to give myself a nice burn. Horrible, horrible idea, because they didn't come home for like another 2 hours, and I just sat there with a burning arm.
Oh, my God.
You idiot.
This is more normal than you realize.
Yeah, attention. I just want the attention.
That's what's great about having a radio show. Then you realize, okay, all that sick shit you did as a kid, you're like, okay, it was the norm. What are you looking at?
The one you just had highlighted.
Which one?
I think John.
Yeah.
Jesus, poor fuck.
John in New York, what's going on?
Hey, John.
Oh, dear friends. When I was living in Manhattan, and then we moved up to the suburbs, so I've never been on a school bus. Mind you, I've never been on a school bus before. First day on a school bus, let me preface it by saying that we had Sunday Italian dinner the night before. And as soon as the bus starts moving, 10 minutes later, I proceed to upchuck spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh, you know how bad puked up spaghetti smells, too?
The entire ride, the spaghetti and the meatballs were just rolling down. Oh, God.
Swallowed them whole.
Then, of course, the kids started laughing, and then they proceeded to label me Barfaroni for the next 2 years. That's
Barfaroni?
The worst.
How long did that?
Excuse me?
How long did nickname last? Barfaroni?
Oh, years. Like the next 3 years until I left for junior high.
Oh.
Oh, it was a pit. I just wanted to kill myself.
Yeah, you didn't realize that
out.
one incident in school would just haunt you for the rest of your life. You get a nickname because of one dumb thing you did one day.
Yeah.
And then now you're a senior and they're still calling you, piss pants or whatever the fuck you did.
Oof, yeah, unless you move away or, go to a different school.
Like, you got to go into the witness protection program and move to another school.
That's pretty much what it was as a kid. The witness protection program was when your family moved. If you were like pee-pee pants or pukey kid or shit caca pants.
And you got a fresh start.
Like, I gotta leave.
Let me see.
Witness protection.
It was pretty much, right?
Yeah.
We got this guy. Yeah, we all kind of maybe tried this one once. Mike in Virginia, what's up?
Mike?
Hey, when I was a kid, my mom started dating some dude that I didn't like. I'm probably like 6 or 7. And so, I didn't get any attention. So one night, it's bedtime. I start writing on my wall. I was putting a runaway note together. And, I had to stop because I couldn't spell Florida.
you idiot.
I pulled it out, went to bed, and cried myself to sleep.
And the parents were on to us. They knew where the fuck were we going to run away to.
Yeah.
We didn't have the skills to survive.
I actually thought when you ran away, you needed the stick with the fucking tied up bandana thing in the back.
Hobo style.
I thought you needed that to run away. Yeah, sorry, Jim.
No, I have a memory. It's
a little douchey?
A little bit,
douchey?
When I was like a young teenager, I wanted some attention, so I put like these song lyrics that were devilish, and I cut my arm and I signed it in blood, and I hung it on my door.
Oh, that's devilish. Ooh.
Devil dogs were more evil than I was. I was a deviled ham.
You know what's weird? By the time I reached for the most part, by the time I was in my teens, I'd already had a thing. I was able to be funny. You're able to kind of make people laugh and shit. And so I kind of backed off on the attention thing because I got attention by being a funny guy. Although I still did douchey things, like when my chick broke up with me, I tried again to break my arm with a baseball bat because I thought if I had a cast on, she would feel bad for me. Boy, did I love trying to break my fucking arm. Ugh. What an asshole. Should have busted her head. Fucking bitch, leaving me. Teach you.
For a non-white fella.
Kevin from Connecticut, when I threatened to run away, my dad whipped a suitcase at me and said, "Go ahead, big man."
Leave. Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Take off.
A couple more of these before we go to break. Let's say hi to Mark in South Carolina. Mark.
Good evening.
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Hey, just to let you know, when I was a kid, I broke my toe running around the corner, doing stupid shit like kids do. I loved the attention. It was great. I got to sit anywhere I wanted to. Well, it was starting to heal, so I decided, well, I wanted to keep this, but I couldn't kick the wall. I was too scared, so I was going to drop a sledgehammer on my toe. Well, I'm holding it there over my toe, and I got too scared, and it slipped, and it fell, and it hit and broke my other toe.
Oh, at least you got a toe.
That's
toe break.
Imagine dropping a sledgehammer on your toe.
Yeah, a little sledgehammer on my toe, and I thought, well, it'll do the trick. And, boy, it hurt. I cried and screamed. And then once it healed, then my parents busted my ass because they knew what I did.
Amazing.
That was the worst.
Thank you, sir. Good story. Let's go to Chris in Jersey. Chris.
Yeah, hi. When I was little, I wanted my tooth to come out so bad. I had my dad wiggle it to see if it was loose, and it wasn't. He told me it needed more time, so I went in my basement, took a hammer, and started smashing my face until my tooth came out, so that I got a tooth fairy come, and my parents would feel bad.
Yeah, I would cry like crazy with the tooth thing too. When my teeth were falling out, it's like, and my father was one of those that's like, let me wiggle it and see if it wiggles. And he would wiggle it, and then wham, he'd pull it right out of my head. I was fucking 20 at the time.
No, it took about 3 more years for my adult tooth to grow in after that.
He'd say, let me wiggle it, but it wasn't your tooth he was grabbing.
One of the treats our family got was we got to take a bath by ourselves.
By yourself?
One of 7 kids. We would pile into the bathtub all the time. But every once in a while, you would get that one day where you could have a bath by yourself.
Where, as one of your brothers, you could sit there and blow yourself.
Well, sure, that might have happened.
In the bath all alone.
He might not like us talking about that anymore, but it might have happened. Now that he's a business owner.
Yeah.
And so I went to my mom one day, and I'm like, hey, I want to take a bath. I want to do that bath thing. And she goes, you're not dirty enough? I was only like 10 or 11, so I went outside, and I proceeded to just, try to make myself real dirty, and I came in like a dirty mess. She said, you're still not dirty enough, and I went back outside crying like a little baby again, trying to get dirty enough so I could take my stupid bath by myself.
That's pretty bad.
Fucking insane, right?
But you just reminded me of something now that is really, really bad. This is really bad.
Are you embarrassed?
Yeah. Yeah, because the dirty thing, this got me. Oh, no.
And then I think I got beat for trying to get too dirty for a bath.
Really?
I think, but
they found out.
That's why a lot of my stories tail off, because then I don't remember because I have to block shit out. What's your story?
I was going to day camp, and I again wanted attention, so there was part of these woods that were on fire a few years back, so there was still a lot of carbon and stuff on the trees.
Sure.
So I rubbed that all over my face and my arms, and I said that I was abducted and tied to one of these trees, and then I had to climb up the tree backwards all the way up to where it was cut off at the top, because it was like maybe 12 feet high because it had been burnt. And the top was kind of pointy, and it was all burnt. And I had to climb up backwards with my arms. Like, no one could do this. But I had to climb up. And I remember coming out of the woods like I was all all disheveled and full of the carbon and charcoal from... Yeah. And I was walking like I was ready to fall down. Like the little kid that comes back to the village in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. That's how I was walking. Like, and then, oh my God, were they looking for somebody?
I hate
Sorry. I was so bad.
You never can. They bought your story?
No, I don't think so. But they had a look.
Wait, no,
it was a day camp.
Yeah, but were the police ever called?
No, I think the counselors just looked.
Yeah,
which tells me that
they're like,
they obviously didn't believe me.
Psychopath.
They obviously didn't believe me.
Right.
I'd love to see your little walk and your eyes half closed. Like,
it's exactly what it was. My eyes are half closed. I was walking like, I got out of it. Oh, yeah. And no, no rope or anything. I said, I slipped the rope.
Where is it?
I don't know. I went away.
Yeah.
What happened to the rope?
I don't know. No question. I got a stomach ache. Oh, was I the worst? What the fuck was wrong with me?
What a
that
fucking
one?
nerd.
That's a bad one.
That's
a bad one.
That's
like
pretty bad.
The feigning abduction? Yeah.
Abduction.
Fucking Anthony Hurst. You rob a bank too, you fucking creep.
Fake abduction. It's terrible.
Wait, listen to this story. Sean in Georgia. Sean.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
I dislocated my knee playing hockey, or dislocated my knee and playing hockey, and I got a good bit of attention from it at school. So when it got better, tension went away. So I decided to try it again. And what I thought I'd do would be run towards the gopher tortoise hole and stick my foot in it. That way I'd fall forward and it would dislocate my knee again.
Oh.
Well, I did, and I fell face first and broke my nose and got made fun of because of that.
Plan didn't quite pan out, did it?
Oh, it didn't.
Yeah, they rarely do. They rarely do.
Trying to hurt yourself for attention story, by the way, where he tried to throw himself down 7 flights of stairs to kill himself.
To kill himself?
Yeah.
Well, that's different. I wasn't like, I wasn't trying to kill myself. I was just trying to...
You should have.
Trying to hurt myself enough where people would care about me and give me attention every day and love me.
I hate your predator story that you just...
That's a great story.
That was really bad.
You had to shimmy up a 12-foot tree.
Yeah, backwards with the rope tied behind...
How'd your feet dig in?
I just climbed up and I used the rope and I pulled tight and then I'd shimmy up a little bit with my feet and then put the rope back up. Like I described the whole thing. I had to figure out in my head how I did it. Meanwhile, I just was sitting there rubbing the carbon off the tree and rubbing it on my face.
Why your face?
And it looked so bad. Exactly.
Why not your back?
Exactly. It was none on my back. It was on my face and my arms. And I was just, and then I came stumbling out of the woods.
Jesus.
Stumbling.
That's
I was
great.
stumbling, waiting for somebody to go like, "Oh my God, what happened?" But no one did.
No one
I had to
cared?
actually go up to somebody and say, "I was just tied to a tree." But no one cared. Like I thought here was my scenario in my head. I come stumbling out of the woods with all this charcoal on me. And, like, the counselors go, drop everything. And, like, oh, my God, what happened? And I tell them, and they're like, oh, no. And then they feel bad for me, and there's a manhunt looking for this person that did this. And I'm like, ooh.
So glad you're okay.
Yeah. They're like, oh, my God, Anthony, thank God you're okay. But I staggered like that, and no one cared.
You're acting
it's like
soft.
they're just playing kickball. And they should have played kick Anthony.
We could have lost you.
Yeah, something like that. Like, oh, my God. Oh, what a dick.
Oh, just what a dork.
Oh,
Well,
baby.
we all did dorky things.
A baby.
That's up there, though.
Oh, did I want attention?
We should take a break. We've gone 2 hours without breaking.
Yeah, I got to
2 fucking hours.
Why are we going to take a break?
We got a lot more calls coming in. We might continue with this.
There are a lot of fucking calls.
We got Jocktober.
No, I blamed Negroes for a fire. I didn't blame Negroes for the abduction. Somebody is suggesting I did that. But no, me and my brother set Beauty's Hill on fire. And then when the fire department showed up, I said that Negro came and started the fire.
We have similar,
I was in kindergarten.
We do have similar stories, which is very strange because I blamed it on the oily rags that I found in the woods.
Oh, is that what you called them?
Oily rags caused the fire that pretty much took out my neighbor's house.
You found out about spontaneous combustion the day before.
Right.
And decided, hey, that's a good one.
Yeah.
We'll use that.
All right, we'll take a break, regroup. We'll do more of your stories. Oh, wait, Brother Joe wants in before the break?
Ah.
God, you know what? We should just
Probably
go.
got a good one.
We should go commercial free today.
Why not?
Can we get to 10 o'clock without taking a break?
I think so.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, you guys can do
That would
that.
be exhausting.
Yeah, but you guys can do it. Not everybody can, but you guys can.
Brother Joe.
What's up, Joe?
Gentlemen, what's going on? Hey, Ann, were you talking about Paul Bunyan Day Camp when we were kids?
Yes.
Dude, I don't know if you... I came into the conversation late, so I don't know if you actually remembered accurately, but those sadistic motherfuckers used to tie us to trees and give us, pink belly.
Oh, the pink belly. Yeah, I remember that. The counselors would actually tie kids to the trees and then lift up their shirt and smack their stomach until their bellies turned
Shit
pink.
out of them, man. I remember a couple of kids like coming away crying and stuff, getting pounded on by these CITs, they call them, counselors in training.
Yeah, it was like prison.
Just a bunch of little punks, I mean, there was a pecking order, and we were at the bottom of it. We were just like the lowly inmates,
Yeah, it was like a little day camp prison.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were talking about, and you maybe you thought in your head that you were making it up.
No, I made up the one thing because I remember staggering out of the woods like, oh, help me.
It's kind of odd that I don't remember that one.
Huh, very good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We're on our way back from Georgia.
You played in Georgia?
Yeah, we played down in Georgia and North Carolina the past couple of days.
Coming back home?
Coming back home for a day and then heading up to Mohegan Sun on Thursday. We're at the Wolf Den at the Mohegan.
Oh, we did the Wolf Den.
Wolf's Den. Colorful name.
That Wolf Den is a cool place. That's where we broadcasted live before they kicked us off the radio because we weren't friendly enough for a casino environment.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Might have been us talking about shitting and assholes in their restaurant.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. We got thrown out of their fucking restaurant.
So it had nothing to do with the broadcast?
We're shooting darts, talking about shitting.
Right.
And a couple of the patrons were upset.
They weren't happy with you?
Yes, that was a good one. Hammered. We were hammered.
Hearing about that. And, and your ex got real nasty with a couple of them.
Really?
You remember that?
Yeah.
She was screaming. She was screaming at him.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, we're doing the 2U 3D show. We're doing the video screens up there. They have a gigantic video screen up behind the band. It looks like Red Rocks. It's pretty cool.
So go see Joe at Mohegan.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Thursday night. We're starting around 8 o'clock, free admission, and I will be playing poker afterwards, promptly at 10.
Nice.
Cool, man.
Good, Joe.
All right, kids.
Good for you.
Take a tiz.
The day camp thing.
Yeah.
The people that ran day camp were sick fucks.
Yeah, they were.
That probably should be, their background should be looked into a little further.
Well, now I think they're a little better, maybe. But
I remember going to day camp. Another story that just hit my brain. In the summer, go to this day camp at Washington Drive School there in Centerport, right? And the guy that was running the day camp was a lazy fuck that was hungover. Now I understand the whole thing.
Yeah.
You got to get older to understand. The guy was a partier, He was hungover, and he was trying to make time with the gals.
Oh, really?
The other girls that helped out in the day camp. So he didn't really want to watch us too well. So what he came up with this. He told us all if we went into the woods, there's a guy, his name is Future Man.
Uh-oh. Future Man fucks you in the asshole.
Future Man.
Future Man.
Future Man was a vicious, vicious guy.
Yeah.
And he liked to abduct kids.
Well, maybe that's who got me.
Future Man?
That's right. I made it up.
But his whole thing was...
Oh, Uncle Future Man.
This guy was like a young Walter Matthau from like Bad News Bears. He just wanted to sit in a chair, get some sun, sneak a little booze, and flirt with the girls. And where he sat, he could see the field where we were playing kickball and baseball and all that shit.
That's all he needs.
But as kids, you want to be in the woods, right?
Yeah.
So he comes up with this idea. Well, if I tell the kids there's somebody called Future Man, that's what he's known as locally, and the authorities can't catch this guy.
Real creative with the name, by the way.
Yeah.
Future Man.
Yeah, what a fucking douche. She could have come up with something better.
Yeah.
And he basically said if you go in the woods,
Plateau.
you have a chance to be abducted by this guy they call Future Man. He told us this, dead serious. And this story haunted us for years. I was scared to go in the woods because of this. And all it came down to was the guy didn't want to watch us.
Yeah. He was fucking
and he
hungover.
doesn't tell us at the end of the summer that, all right, I made that up because I really didn't want you guys in the woods. I wanted to make sure I could see you.
How long do you think there was a Future Man?
I'm embarrassed to say, but it
still think there is, right?
Well, in the back of my head.
Could be Future Man.
Way past I should have stopped worrying about it, to be honest with you. Way past. That was something that was just ingrained in my brain.
Yeah.
And made us all scared of the woods for years to come. And this guy moved on to other dumb jobs and shit, not knowing what he did to us.
Yeah, they don't know the impact they have.
And just because he didn't feel like, watching us as we ran in and out of the woods.
That's great.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah, they were.
And then at night, I would have nightmares about Future Man and our house like backed up to the woods that backed up to Washington Drive School, so there was kind of a connection. There was back then there was our house and then the school, so a lot of woods in between. And I'd be in my bed at night fucking petrified of this Future Man.
Future Man was going to come. What did Future Man do that was so bad? Like, what if you just meet him and he's like, "Hey, I'm Future Man."
I remember.
Did I tell you? Did I tell you about me?
He said that kids were abducted by Future Man.
Oh, he took kids. That's right. Oh,
he just took kids. Yeah, I think, and I think if I remember correctly, he turned them to like stone or something.
Oh, well, part of them anyway. Yeah, I bet. I was so afraid of being abducted as a kid, and which is odd that I came out with the abduction story.
Right.
But I was so afraid that I would cower in the car if people came up like next to the car to get into their car. I would just start going, like freaking out. Thinking they were going to abduct me.
Something weird happened to you.
And then that time, my mother stopped in the parking lot. And, back in the old days, you just left your kids in the car when you went in the store for a few minutes.
With the engine still running.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Everything's
Windows
just
up.
gone. So this man walked over to the window, and he goes, "Hey, how you doing?" And I just fucking lost my mind and started screaming and crying. And the guy's like, what's the matter? He goes, and he goes, "I'm a friend of your mother's. I work with your mom." And then my mother came out and was like, "Oh, Jim, how you doing?"
But you don't know that shit as a kid.
I didn't know, but well, my brother was fine and my sister was fine. They're like,
"Oh, really?
Hi."
Oh, really?
And I was the one like, "Bah!"
Yeah, but the parents set you down that path. They make you scared of every stranger that you're going to come across. So
yeah, but
what were you supposed to
I had
do?
more mental issues. I think I just was fucking an attention craving, crazy crybaby. 28 boy. It made me who I am. It's called made me.
Let's get Eric on the air, and then we'll take a break. Eric.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
So, my desperate attempt for attention was, I was about 10 or 11 years old, playing Little League. Not the greatest player, usually stuck in right field every game. But, so around that time, the movie Rookie of the Year came out. So my desperate attempt was I tried to break my arm in hopes that when I came back, I'd be a star pitcher and talk of the town.
It would make your arm... Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a bad one. You stink.
All right, should we take a break?
I got to piss.
Yeah, sure.